Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
The Bayelsa State Governor, Senator Douye Diri, has charged local government chairmen and newly appointed commissioners in the state to be good ambassadors of his prosperity government. Governor Diri, who gave the charge after their separate inauguration last week at the government house in AKUGHA, says the new officials must key into the administration's programs, policies and projects conceived to bring about all-round prosperity across the length and breadth of the oil-rich state.
Governor Douye Diri of Bayelsa State last week inaugurated a 14-member executive council made up of 7 members of his last administration, with some reassigned to their previous portfolios and others redeployed to other ministries. This is coming about 2 months after his swearing in as governor for second term. Governor Diri also inaugurated local government chairmen as well as chairman of the Bayelsa State Board of Internal Revenue. Addressing the newly inaugurated officials at Creek Heaven, Governor Diri restated his administration's focus on improving the lives of all Bayelsans through the execution of meaningful programs and projects. He therefore called on the new government officials to key into his policy trust and provide dividends of governance to the people.
We will define measurable indicators to evaluate the periodic performance and track progress towards our set goals and objectives. Let us remain mindful of the trust bestowed upon us and consistently act in the best interests of our people.
Meanwhile, the governor, who celebrated with workers in the state on the occasion of 2024 May Day celebration, revealed that the government will set up a committee to review the current minimum wage and come up with a more reasonable and realistic minimum wage in the state. In another development, Bayelsa State Governor Douye Diri last week called on Danish and other foreign governments to invest in the state's rich fishing and aquaculture potential. Diri made the call when he received the Danish ambassador, Sune Konstrup, alongside German and Finnish ambassadors and country representative of the United Nations Office on Drug and Crime Prevention, who were in the state to launch a 1.4 billion naira peace-building project.
So we'll be looking for your support and soliciting for your support in terms of aquaculture, in terms of agro-allied and agricultural businesses, so that we can actually encourage small and medium-scale enterprises to be productive in this state.
Earlier, the Danish ambassador, Sune Konstrup, and the country representative, United Nations Office on Drug and Crime Prevention, Oliver Stope, spoke on the community-based peace project.
And at any given time, we have 30 to 40 Danish-owned commercial vessels in the Gulf of Guinea. The safety and security of our commercial vessels and of our seafarers is of tremendous importance to the government of Denmark. And that is why the government of Denmark is committed to address the root causes of insecurity, crime and violence at sea and also on land in the Gulf of Guinea.
One of the key objectives of the program is to improve the relationship between communities and the cooperative partnership between communities and the security agencies is to provide community-oriented policing training to the security officers that are being deployed to those communities.
Inside the Niger Delta,